Hi, my name is Natalie, and I've been teaching and practicing tantric meditations and healing and inner work for the last 10 years. And I recently opened this channel where I talk about the connection between meditation and sexuality, which is basically Tantra. And there are a few different ways where we can approach Tantra, but the way that I approach it and try and pass it on to other people is that a lot of the dysfunctions that we have in sex, whether it's by ourselves or with a partner, but usually it's with a partner, most of the dysfunctions we have is because they happen because we're not present during our sexual experiences, and we're not really there. And if we are there, we're very anxious, so we're not very present and calm during our sexual experiences, and that is the reason for most of the dysfunctions that we experience there. If you think about it, it's the same in life, and Tantra is a life path. It's not something that is meant to fix your sexuality. It is a way to enlightenment. So in general, in life, a lot of the things don't work out for us, or we don't enjoy things, or we don't have good relationships because we're not present in the moment. We are occupied by our thoughts, and we are in our head most of the time, and we're not actually present in the experiences that we're having in life. So just like it's like that in life, in sex specifically, we can see it's the same thing. We're not present, we're not connected to ourselves, we're not connected to our feelings, to our emotions, to our body, and we are not present in the experience, in the sexual experience. If we're by ourselves, maybe we're a bit more present because no one else is there to kind of cause a reaction. But when we have sex with another person, that person also comes with their baggage and their emotional vibration, and it triggers us, and then the whole experience can be very triggering for a lot of people, and we're not present in the moment. Another way to look at Tantra is for people who do want to do meditation, for people who want to be more present in their life, and they explore all kinds of different meditation methods and techniques. At the end of the day, they find themselves sitting there trying to be quiet, but very occupied with their thoughts. And a lot of the times, those thoughts are sexual thoughts. Not only sexual thoughts, but like romantic thoughts. We think about a woman, we're thinking about sex, we're horny, we have all this sexual energy, we don't know what to do with it, and we're trying to sit there in meditation, but all we can think about is sex. So in Tantra, we say, okay, you want to meditate, but all you're thinking about during the meditation is sex. Why don't you meditate on sex? Why don't you imagine sex, think about sex, and then pay attention to the sensations in your body, to the energy in your body. Try and be one point focused on the sexual things that you're imagining in your head. If you have something, a thought that's not sexual, go back to the sexual thoughts. So meditate on the sexual thoughts that you're having. Meditate on the sexual sensations and energy that you're feeling in your body, which you would call I'm horny. Then they would say meditate on the sensation of the horniness in your body. So we can use our sexual energy in order to go inside and meditate and reach that kind of one point focused mind where I'm just 100% fully present in the moment. And we can use meditation techniques to be 100% fully present in the moment when we're having sex. And the best way to exercise or to practice being 100% present in the moment when you're having sex is to be 100% present in the moment when you're masturbating. So tantric masturbation is a meditative practice to be focused on one point only, where that point is your penis and your sexual energy. And you want to focus just on that and be fully present, eyes open, breathing, feeling the sensations in the body, and just being 100% focused on that. Then when you have sex with someone, although they activate a whole different energy because it's like another person's in the room, you will still be able to be more present during the sexual interaction because you've practiced it at home with the masturbation. So we're using our sexual energy in order to meditate and to be more present in the moment, to feel our body, to be aware of our emotions and our thoughts. And we can use the meditation to be more present when we're having sex, when the sexual energy is activated. And I don't think it's a matter of should I have sex or not, or how can I have better sex, or how can I orgasm more, or how can I hold for longer during sex. all these things are good things to want, because they basically mean that we want to have a better, more powerful, intense experience, and that's great. But I believe that the quality of your sexual experience will be measured by the quality of your presence and attention, and where is your mind? How are you feeling? Are you 100% present in your body? Because when you are, you can control the sexual energy in a much better way, where the ejaculation doesn't just happen, like you're present with it, you're activating it, you're controlling it. And you will feel more sensations in your body, because once you're present in your body, you feel more. So you could say that when you're having sex and you're not really present in the moment, you're feeling like 10 to 20% of the sensations and the emotions and the feelings that you can feel during sexual interaction. But if you're present in the moment, you're going to feel much more. You will feel more emotions. And I think a lot of men block themselves in sex because they don't want to feel all the emotions. They don't want to attach to the woman that they're having sex with. They don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to expose their inner child. So they keep this wall up, and the wall allows them to have this like random sex with different women, but they're not 100% present in the moment, and then the sexual interactions aren't very successful in the end, and I just leave them feeling like, why did I do that? Because in order to be 100% present in sex, I need to be willing to expose myself, to expose my emotions, to expose my inner child. And I think that is a lot of where the emotional work in Tantra comes to place with men, is to show them, they call it an armor. So it's like this energetic or emotional armor that a lot of men have around them, and it protects them from other people and from the world, because they've had bad experiences in the past. They believed when they were young that they need this armor in order to survive. So it's a survival mechanism. And it's good because it did help them survive, and they did need that armor. But there are very specific moments in life where you can put the armor down and just be fully exposed as who you are, and sex and love and romance is one of those places. But if I don't know how to take my armor off, if I don't even know I'm wearing an armor, then I'm going to come with all this baggage and this like protective wall. I'm going to come to it, to the sexual interactions, to the romantic interactions, to dates. Even if I really, really like someone, I won't be able to get past my armor because I'm not aware it's even there, but I'm going to feel like something's blocking me, and I'm never really like 100% in it, and I've never been in love. So many men tell me, like, even in their 40s and their 50s, like, I've never been in love. That's because you've never taken that armor off. You've never allowed yourself to be exposed and vulnerable in front of a woman. And then we want to explore all the issues you have with women, where your mother would be the initial woman that you had interaction with in your life. So I just wanted to give like a tantric perspective of like why we do the tantric masturbations, why we do the tantric meditations, why is this work worthwhile, why should you do it, what is the intention in exploring the tantric world of meditation and working with the sexual energy. And I think it's so much deeper than I want to have, I want to hold longer in sex, or I want to have more orgasms or have more fun in sex. That's very narrow to the sexual activities, where Tantra is a life path to enlightenment through working with the sexual energy and the Kundalini energy, which is all the energy, in a different way, in a very meditative, healing, present, aware, loving, compassionate way. And that's the path life that I chose 10 years ago, and I live this thing. It's not like I have a life and then I do it after, in my afternoons. Like, this is my life, and that's why it's so important for me to pass on the information to other people. It doesn't mean that it will become your life, but it can be a life path to enlightenment if that is something that you're interested in doing. I remember reading Osho when I was like 18 years old, and he was talking about enlightenment, and my soul kind of like felt that was the path for me. And I don't know if you ever actually reach enlightenment in this life. I don't know what it looks like or how it feels. I'm just doing the work. I'm on the path, and my life has, been getting better and better the more I did the work. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you for listening. I would love to hear your comments, how you experienced Tantra, what your journey has been, how you discovered it, how is it going for you? Do you have any questions on the subject? And yeah, if you like the video, you're more than welcome to subscribe and like, and I do upload these quite often. I also do private sessions online, one-on-one, where I help with the emotional side of the work and connecting the dots and figuring out the patterns and healing the inner child and connecting it all to the sexual dysfunctions and issues that we have in life, so that we can have more pleasurable lives, but so that we can also be more present in our life, so we can actually experience our life and not have it just pass by us and, you know, get to an old age and be like, oh, what did I do with my life? Like, don't get to the age of 80 to ask those questions. Ask them now. And then you can start doing the work now and be happier now, not in the future or in, you know, an imagined future or whatever. You know what I mean? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.